Hey guys. So I wanted to talk a little bit about vertigo. I know it's a lot of people have been mentioning they have it lately. I actually call this vertigo season because a lot of the time allergies can set off vertigo. So you'll start to notice a lot of people have it at the same time. The allergies, the pressure in the ears, it can definitely set it off. And while anxiety doesn't actually cause vertigo, vertigo can definitely cause anxiety. I remember the first time I got it, I had myself dead and buried with a brain tumor. I thought I was dying. It's a scary thing, especially the first time you go through it. But anyway, I'm going to go through a maneuver that is actually quite popular. If you've ever gone to a doctor or an ENT to find out why you're getting the spins, and they tell you it's from the crystals in your ears, they might have showed you a maneuver to do. It's called the Epley maneuver, Epley. And this is what they do when you're in the office if your vertigo is coming from your ears. The majority of the time it is. Now, this is not medical advice. This is not to say that this is what you have when you have the spins. This is strictly for those who know that it's coming from their ears. What happens is the crystals get knocked out of your ears and they go into some fluid in your ears and they cause this horrible wave of dizzy. It can go from very minor to very extreme. I once had it where I was down for 4 days and the nausea that came with it was unbearable. But once I learned this maneuver and I learned how to do it correctly, and I do it all the time now, it definitely helps. So as I said, you might have been told this maneuver before, but I don't feel like they explain it well. There's also YouTube videos on it. You could look it up, and there's about 100 of them. I looked at a bunch of them, and I couldn't find one that really explained it well, and the doctors don't explain it well either. Most of the time. I mean, you might get a good one if you're lucky, but I ask a ton of questions. So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to figure out what side your imbalance is on. The crystals are knocked out of place, which side it's on, because it's usually on, the left side or the right side, not both. So you're going to turn your head all the way one way. You're going to sit where, like, I do this on my bed. So I'll sit with my legs straight out in front of me, and I will, know where I am with the edge of the bed. So you're going to turn your head all the way one way, and you're going to lay down pretty quickly, and you're going to do it so your head is hanging off the edge of the bed. You want it at like a downward angle, maybe about like that much or so. Basically, like if you've ever gotten a haircut and they wash your hair and they put you back in the sink and it's kind of a little uncomfortable, that's about the angle you want. So as you lay down, you are looking to that side, and you're going to lay down pretty quickly. Give it a few seconds. If you get real dizzy at that point, that's the side that you're working on. If you wait about 10 seconds and nothing happens, sit up, turn your head to the other way, and do the same thing and lay all the way back. Mine is always on my left side. So I don't have to test it. I always know it's on my left side. So you're going to, once you find it, so let's say you did it for the first time, you pick the left side, it's the correct side, you lay backwards, and you get dizzy. So you're going to lay there with your head all the way to the side as much as you can. They do it so much on me that it's uncomfortable because my neck doesn't move all the way, doesn't have that range of motion. So to me, they do it till I'm uncomfortable. But as much as you can, clearly don't hurt yourself. So you're going to lay there for about 30 to 45 seconds. If you notice you're still like really dizzy, don't move yet. Wait till it subsides. Then you're going to stay in the laying position and just move your head all the way to the other side. So if you started on your left, you're going to turn your head all the way to the right. And again, still in that angle. And you're going to lay there for, again, 30 to 45 seconds. After that time is up, you are going to turn your whole body. So you're now laying on the side of the side you were just looking at. So I started on my left. Now I'm looking to my right. I'm going to turn onto my right shoulder, and I'm going to look all the way down at the floor. And I'm going to hold that again at the angle. Keep your head off the bed at an angle for about 30 to 45 seconds. Then you're going to sit up. And you're going to sit in that position for, again, 30 to 45 seconds. You can do this twice if you're still noticing it. All it's doing is putting the crystals back where they belong. Things I've noticed that help me are things like allergy medications, because allergies bring on my vertigo. During allergy season, it's when I'm really bad. I'm walking down the street and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, I'm dizzy. So, allergy medications are big for me, and especially nasal sprays. They seem to work the best for whatever reason. Um, any kind of ibuprofen, any kind of anti-inflammatory also works for me. It may or may not work for you, but I get the pressure and it takes away some of the pressure, so it helps contain the vertigo before it starts. Also, I also noticed looking down. So if I'm like, say, like looking down at my phone like this a lot, then I'm going to set off my vertigo. While I'm at work, I notice I have to try and keep my head straight up during allergy season. Otherwise, I'll go into the full blown spins, and that's not fun when you're at work. So, that is the best way I know to get out of it. Again, this is strictly for the rocks, the crystals that are getting knocked loose in your ears. We're not talking about anything else that might cause vertigo. As I said, this is the majority of the time when most people have it, this is their issue. But please do not take any of this as medical advice. If you don't know what it's from, you might want to go and see a doctor so they can diagnose you and tell you what it's from. But I just wanted to give you all this and hope it helps. I will let me know, and I will talk to you all later.